report 442 new COVID-19 confirmed cases out of 2,824 test results and 12 deaths in 24 hours. Death toll reaches 461. Health Department, Government of Manipur re-engages Dr. K. Raju as Director of Health Services on contract basis. India reports single-day spike of above 4,01,000 new COVID-19 cases and 4,187 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate drops to 81.90%. And DCGI approves emergency use of anti-COVID-19 therapeutic application of 2DZ developed by Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Ibethoi Thokchom. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your face mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the news in details. Manipur reported 442 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 2,824 test results received today. All necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur has reached 34,775. 12 COVID patients died in the past 24 hours, raising the death toll to 461. The deceased persons are 5 from Imphal West, 3 from Imphal East, 2 from Kangpokpi and 1 is from Thoubal and Kangpokpi districts. Health Department, Government of Manipur has issued an order to engage Dr. K. Raju as Director of Health Services on contract basis. Deputy Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Soimin Lian Lenglen has issued the order under Sub-Rule 3 of Rule 11 of the Manipur Health Services Amendment Rules 2021 with immediate effect from today until further notice. The order said the engagement was made in view of the urgency due to the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. In wake of upsurge in COVID-19 active cases, Manipur government has imposed curfew in 7 districts of Imphal West, Imphal East, Bishnupur, Thoubal, Thokchom, Ukhrul and Churachandpur. Curfew in these districts began today to be continued till May 17. Police continue detaining people who flouted curfew restrictions and issued them fines. A police team led by Imphal West SP Haubizam Jogesh Chandra carried out the inspection drive in various parts of the district. Police team led by Porompat Police Station OCM Binod also detained curfew violators in Porompat areas. Police warned of stern actions against curfew violators. Curfew imposed in wake of second wave of COVID-19 pandemic has affected normal life in Thokchom district. Main markets in the district, namely Thokchom Market, Palel Market, Hyanglam Wabagai Market, Sugnu Market, Waikhong Market and others remain closed. Though oil pumps, pharmacies and banks were open, roads wore a deserted look as movement was strictly restricted except for essential and medical emergencies. District Police yet detained curfew violators at various places. Thokchom District Police Additional SP Law and Order Joyras Yumnam has appealed to people in the district to abide by the curfew and stay indoors.
Curfew lau thorapose ngarang numtang order phangnaba circulate tawnarakpata sukhra thenge aduna ngarang numtang publicity mapung phana chatpa ngamhodaba aduna ngasi ahanba numit chu oibanina adagidi mayam da su ayukta khabar da kadi da budi pau phangnare adu bu phangdaba khabar padaba mayam su yawbanina district police ki concern oc mayam tawdana amadi club sing da su pau phaunaraga ngasi gi oinadi anamma matam anammana aikhoigi matam amadi kainosi mayam da information piba announcement chatpa publicity chatpa singna anamba ayuki first forenoon dadi adondo ina focus tawre handaki second wave asi ayamna khudong thiningai oiba adugumba laijadama oi aduna mayam sarkarna pibiraiba akoi curfew gi order asibu inbire hairaga mapan tholaktaba tangai phadaba emergency laibaduna laire nataba gani mapan tholaktabida hairiba laina asibu koi khara makaidi chain se break tawraga laina santok pasi khara hanhanba ngamra haibadu honamisi.
Amid curfew, Thobal District Police has arrested 2 miscreants in possession of 60 liters of country liquor. They are Thokchom Ningthau and CH Basanta, both from Andro Kuman Laikai. Impact News sources said that the police team arrested them during a frisking operation at Pechi Post. They brought the illegal consignment in a Tata venture from Yaripok. The arrested persons have been handed over to Yaripok police station for further actions. Langthabal MLA Karam Shyam has disclosed that a community home isolation center for Langthabal constituency will be opened at Standard Robot School in Kanchipur. Speaking to media, MLA Karam Shyam said that efforts are being made to effectively run the center. He mentioned that altogether 106 people of the constituency have tested positive for COVID-19 and 2 infected people have died during this second wave so far. MLA Karam Shyam further pointed out that only 11 out of the total 106 infected persons got hospitalized. Highlighting the difficulties associated with hospitalization of COVID-19 infected persons, he appealed to all former MLAs and intending candidates of the constituency for their assistance in running the community home isolation center. He appealed to set aside political differences and strive together to combat the pandemic. MLA Karam Shyam assured that he will continue distributing COVID-19 relief items to families residing in containment zone areas of the constituency.
Kanagumba sharing sigi experience laiba yauragadi agi personal side agi thagi policing mga tara limating piraga si ran dogna mating pangnanaba aiga adum contact dogi khudong jaw logio aduna prajagi lurago matamda yam thona kana koi mirup singna representative singna kenabagi tangai padagu khanjaraga whatever program face orga putting kenagani have open dogi kadi amadugi open dunga aina lainana bagi paugi bakanda akoi bangkim magi number unjin thang motorio 9612025227 aduga manesho 8258097452 sima aduga awunsubuda devan 7005701651 I was the contact of you aduga luna hojik laiba phibam sida akoi damsana lebaki namga katopna lava.
In the wake of rising COVID-19 positive cases in the state, a 100-bedded community home isolation center was opened under the initiative of Sugnu MLA K. Ranjit at JNV School, Umathil in the constituency today. Speaking to media, in charge of the center comes Secretary of Thokchom Kunau Development Committee T.H. Rishikesh shared that another 100 beds will be added at the center if required. A community home isolation center for Moirang constituency has also been opened at Moirang Multi-Higher Secondary School in wake of the surging COVID-19 positive cases. Moirang MLA P. Sarachandra opened the 70-bedded center. Medical officer in charge of Primary Health Center, Basikong, Dr. K.H. Hemanta has asserted that vaccination cuts down COVID-19 infection by up to 70%. Speaking on the sidelines of COVID-19 vaccination at the health center today, Dr. Hemanta appealed to everyone to get vaccinated against COVID-19. He said vaccination reduces the risks of getting COVID-19.
mi chamadi hena kapa yadi haina lauthupire luri badi on register to basina maram moidana public ta chamam na ma pok nungan badagi numit ta fawba hida kapse gani haidana queue da leire mobile pai ba hitaba ahal mayam su yauri essential mayam yauri yum da mobile da online tawraga book tawraga la paduna di moina nongda kapu haibagi panan piriba chamase ningba thungda ngasagi moigi si tasengna akhui online gi da mi nongda chamala ena khalasi akhoina sonda queue lemjeriba mobile pai ba hitaba kangbu di kapna dum khangadra haibagi madugi akiba phawba adubo akhuigi yamna nungaiba mana akhuigi district ki madam Semona, magi instruction gi matungina online khuding ma kapadabani aduga loina na moina piriba no magi session samagi manung sida 30% khaido pion haiba aduna maram moidana adugi adu khaidoga online gi keno du akhoina kapse aina appeal tawjeningi hairiba online gi hidak singa se akhoina piriba no magi sama kapa asida include tawhin bidana extra oina online gi masing si khandok piraga madugi wild masing chapchana pibi hoita di akhoigi praja sing su samam na ba kuhan gani nungai ba chu phau gani amana amabu cooperate tawmi
COVID vaccination was carried out at UPHC Konok in Thongju Part 2 under the initiative of Works Minister Thongam Biswajit today. Altogether, 161 people, including women, were vaccinated at the camp. COVID-19 vaccination facility is available at Upper Primary Health Center in Sangaipat of Yai School constituency since April 19. Vaccination at the health center is being carried out under the initiative of CAF and PD Minister cum Yai School MLA Thokchom Satyabrata. Doctors and staffs of Sangaipat, UPHC, ASA workers and many volunteers are extending necessary health vaccination program a success. Intending candidate of Kairao Assembly constituency Yumnam Shanta has distributed relief items to altogether 20 families in COVID containment zones in the constituency. 13 families of Langdum and 7 families of Thiam Samban received food items. Yumnam Shanta has assured of extending more help to people affected by the pandemic. Wangkai MLA Y. Rabud has broken his silence after the recent interior order issued by the Supreme Court of India depriving him of certain provisions as member of the House of Manipur Legislative Assembly. Statement from the veteran politician said the tough times of coronavirus pandemic do not call for dirty politics. He assures of trying his best as a local MLA in battling the prevailing pandemic. His Infrastructure and Local Area Development Fund. MLA Y. Robert Infrastructure and Local Area Development Fund. MLA Y. Robert urges all to unitedly fight against the pandemic instead of finding each other's faults. Meanwhile, ex-minister Wangkai and ex-Wangkai Thokchom Henry has served legal notice to Manipur Chief Secretary, DGP and other top officials of filing contempt petition if Y. Robert has utilized any monetary benefits including Local Area Development Fund following the May 6 interim order of the Supreme Court. Thokchom Henry has served legal notice to CAF and PD Commissioner, Manipur Legislative Assembly Secretary, Imphal West and East DCs and SPs. The legal notice also objects to release of PDS items for fair price. Also objects to release of PDS items for fair price shops in the constituency. Jila Parishad member of Imphal East District S. Nikan has alleged that RDMP Minister Thongam Biswajit's recent statement regarding release of MG Narega fund amounting 83.6 crore rupees by state government on April 21 will incite hatred between PRI members and job card holders. In a video release, Nekin said the minister's statement that some PRI members are trying to misappropriate the fund meant to be released as wages of job card holders as unfortunate. He termed the allegation upon RPI members as baseless. As Nekin appealed to the minister not to defame PRI members and also warned of legal actions against those who try to defame PRI members on social media. For the first time, Transporter and Drivers Council today donated an ambulance with basic life supports to all Manipur Road Transport Drivers and Motor Workers Union. TDC President H. Ranjit handed over the ambulance in a simple function held at his residence in Kakwa Sorokhaibam Lekai to Union General Secretary Maimom Anil Maitei. Speaking on the occasion, H. Ranjit said that the ambulance is meant for drivers and handymen who commute along national highways day and night amid various challenges to bring essentials for people in the state. He also thanked Medellin Ambulance Service for providing first aid kits to TDC.
Highway and state highway singda mathok tawjariba driver singda awana tarakpa matamda mating pangnanaba basic life support jawba hoigi ambulance sida magi hidak langthak oxygen amadi stress kai gaya loina yawba adumba basic life support jawba adumba ambulance ahanba ma aikoina driving union da all Manipur road transport drivers and motor worker union sabina driving union ana khangnaba adumba driving union sida aikoina si ambulance ahanba ma sinajabani driving union ge secretary em aninna haiba si makha tabada driver singina awana takpa matamda mana ahing nungin naidana haiba driver singjibu kanna amadi magi awana tarpa matamda mafam matam zana lokhananaba adumada mating pangnanaba oina sinanaba oina driving union secretary sinajabani Medellin gi provider nasu medicine box ama akhoi first aid box ama hidak langthak yawba kidamasu mating pangbirapui damo sina thagatchari.
Kongpal Social Development Organization KSDO has condoled the untimely demise of former Khetrigao MLA Thokchom Nandakishore Elaistayai, who passed away on May 5. Members of the organization observed 2 minutes silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul. They also shared the griefs of the bereaved family. Members of Thobal Wangkem Youth Club donated relief items and cooking gas to deplorable families under the jurisdiction of the club today. Club members had earlier distributed water to the residents. Social worker of Sagolban constituency, Murangthem Momo, in collaboration with Health Department, conducted free COVID tests in the constituency today. Selin Digital and NR Media jointly organized awareness program on COVID-19 at Mayang Imphal today. Speaking on the occasion, producer of Selin Digital, Fanjobam Lanerjit, appealed to be cautious against second wave of COVID-19 and follow COVID-appropriate behaviors. Proprietor of NR Media, NR Rajesh, field publicity officer of Selin Digital, KHS James, attended the event. Youth Development Association Hauka Haibi Makong condemned the unruly activities of uprooting recently planted saplings and salitary flags at Mount Kobru Shrine by unknown miscreants on May 4. Press release from the association also appealed for unconditional release of Lisham Bizoi Ras from Thobal Haukhamaning Lekai and Okram Amarjit from Thongju Part 2, who have been arrested by the police for posting a video footage of the incident on social media. Association further urges Manipur government to declare Mount Kobru as a heritage site at the earliest. Locals have repaired the suspension bridge or the Litan bridge built on the Manipur River at Wangu Sadangkhong. Local club members carried out the repair under the initiative of Pradhan of Borayangbi Gram Panchayat Kumbi Th Binokumari and Pradhan of Wangu Gram Panchayat Suknu L. Sharad Elaistona. It may be mentioned that the suspension bridge is an important bridge connecting residents of Suknu and Kumbi constituencies. Repairing of the bridge started since yesterday by members of the local clubs, namely 11 Star Youth Club, Sadangkhong Mayai Lekai, Sky Club Sadangkhong, Kongkha of Kumbi and Wangu Sadangkhong Social Welfare Club of Suknu. Areas under Jiriba Municipal Council have become the first in Manipur to back open defecation plus Swachh Bharat mission in a survey by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs Government of India. Executive Officer M. Surjit has expressed pride and happiness upon the achievement and lauded sanitary workers for their contribution. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on coronavirus update in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
You are watching Impact TV. Engaging, empowering, and impacting lives.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India has reported 4,01,078 new COVID-19 confirmed cases in the past 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID tally has reached 2,18,92,676 and there are 37,23,446 active cases. Death toll stands at 2,38,270 with the addition of 4,187 new COVID-19 fatalities. On the positive note, 3,18,609 people were discharged in the past 24 hours, raising the recovered cases to 1,29,30,960. India's recovery rate stands at 81.90%. Maharashtra has the highest active cases of above 6,57,000 in the country. Over 16 crore 73 lakh people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 15 crore 76 lakh 37,000 people. Above 32 lakh 86,500 people have died and recoveries are above 13 crore 51 lakh 13,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 64 lakh 99,000 in the world, followed by India and Brazil. The Drugs Controller General of India has approved the emergency use of anti-COVID-19 therapeutic application of the drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose 2-DG developed by Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, a lab of Defense Research and Development organization in collaboration with Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Hyderabad. Third phase clinical trial results have shown that the drug helps in faster recovery of hospitalized patients and reduces supplemental oxygen dependence. Higher proportion of patients treated with 2-DG showed RT-PCR negative conversion in COVID-19 patients. The drug comes in powder form in sachet, which is taken orally by dissolving it in water. It accumulates in the virus-affected cells and prevents virus growth by stopping viral synthesis and energy production. The DRDO noted that its selective accumulation in virally infected cells makes the drug unique. World Health Organization has granted emergency approval for the COVID vaccine made by Chinese state-owned company Sinopharm. It is the first vaccine developed by a non-Western country to get WHO backing. The World Health Organization said the invasion of the vaccine had the potential to rapidly accelerate COVID-19 vaccine access for countries seeking to protect health workers and population at risk. The Beijing-made Sinopharm vaccine will join ones made by Pfizer, BioNTech, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, AstraZeneca, and a version of the AstraZeneca vaccine made by the Serum Institute of India in receiving the coveted authorization from the UN Health Agency. A summary posted online by World Health Organization suggests the vaccine is about 79% effective. China has developed around 65 million doses of the Sinopharm vaccine to a number of countries which have permitted its emergency uses. The Supreme Court on Saturday constituted a national task force to assess and recommend the need and distribution of oxygen to the states and union territories. The task force has been mandated to work on assessing and making recommendations for the entire country based on the need for availability and distribution of medical oxygen and formulating and devising the methodology for the allocation of medical oxygen to the states and union territories on a scientific, rational and equitable basis. After Hyderabad, 2 lionesses have tested positive for COVID-19 at Ibethoi Safari Park in Uttar Pradesh. Both the animals have been kept in isolation. Indian Veterinary Research Institute Joint Director Dr. K.P. Singh has said that the chain of transmission of the virus could have taken place through any asymptomatic human carrier, probably caretakers working at the park. He said the Safari Park authorities have been advised to shift the infected animals in isolation. The Safari Park has already been shut for public. It may be mentioned that the CSIR Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology had on Tuesday said 8 Asiatic lions in the Hyderabad Zoo have tested positive for COVID-19. It has said these animals must have got infected through zoo keeping staffs. Student bodies AMSU, MSF, DESAM and KSA of Jiribam branch have appealed to microfinance companies and those concerned to stop cheat funds, debt and interest collection in the wake of second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. In a video released by the 4 student bodies, President of DESAM Jiribam District Council, Laishram Bilak said daily bread earners are going through tough times due to the prevailing coronavirus pandemic and hence appeal to hold the financial activities.
COVID-19 microfinance amadi chendoi homely loinana maru tawliba tawlisinga matam kharagi oina tabak singa se lebiyo niyam kunba yataba amadi market economic down lerba semilon gi lambi asi layakta na maram oraga haiba sin tabak singa se matam kharagi oina lebiyo ajari.
Members of 2015 beds SI Jamandar extended financial aid of 2,50,000 rupees to surviving family of 6 MR Jamandar W. Ronald today. It may be mentioned that MR Jamandar W. Ronald tested positive for COVID-19 upon his return from election duty in Assam and later succumbed to the disease. More than 60 cows have been vaccinated against HS and black water in Wangu, Kasartabi in Thokchom district. Wangu Dispensary and local club of Wangu Kasartabi carried out a vaccination drive under Thokchom Veterinary Hospital. Chairperson of Yening Animals Foundation, Sapna Laishram, has alleged 70-year-old Saimoy Awongshi alias Amo from Saram Ching of stealing a dog for consumption. Speaking to media, Sapna said that the dog belonged to Sarangthem Surdhani, wife of Esana Jabwa from Salungfa Mayai Laikai. He said that dog owner Surdhani had given tip-off about the dog thief to YAF. Subsequently, YAF team led by executive member K. Hesais Johnson investigated, and Simoy Awongshi reportedly confessed to have eaten the dog.
Koi ngarang nahan thokiba Irokta hui chathong bagi thong magi hui dugi honor na koi da bibirak bagi thong jingarang koi na wahang pahang tawjakre aduga Hiroki local leaders singna makata na tawragadi khunna sida singumba thong chi chatharagadi moina masi chap chaba dandi pigeni na haibire masi ge koi yam nungai ba phongdokchari tasengna masi akoi na ek ki matungina hairagadi koi gi Prevention to Cruelty Act 1960 gi matungina yade madi Food Safety and Regulation Act 2011 gi matungina tasengna akoi hui ji slaughter tawbase yade sigum mayam asi akoi na khangmina si aduga makhata na chathamina ba haina aina haizari.
Now the sports news. Indian wrestler Seema Bisla has secured the Tokyo Olympics berth in women's 50 kg after reaching the finals of the World Olympic qualifier at Sofia in Bulgaria yesterday. Seema becomes the fourth woman and 8th overall wrestler to qualify for the quadrennial event. With this, India equals its previous best qualification of 8 wrestlers from the 2016 Olympics. Seema joins the elite company of Ravi Kumar Dahiya, Sumit Malik, Bajrang Punia and Deepak Punia in men's freestyle, and Vinesh Fogart, Anshu Malik and Sonam Malik in women's weight for those who have qualified for the Olympics. Six times IBA Women's World Champion and 5 times ASBC Asian Women's Champion Mary Kom will compete in the flyweight 51 kg in Dubai in the upcoming Asian Women's Boxing Championships. The upcoming ASBC Asian Men's and Women's Boxing Championship, which was scheduled to be held in New Delhi, have been relocated to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, due to the current COVID-19 situation. Indian boxer Mary Kom, who is an Asian Games winner and Commonwealth Games gold medalist, will start the tournament as favorite in the women's category. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Manipur reports 442 new COVID-19 confirmed cases out of 2,824 new test results and 12 deaths in 24 hours. Death toll reaches 461. Health Department Government of Manipur re-engages Dr. K. Raju as Director of Health Services on contract basis. India reports single-day spike of above 4,01,000 new COVID-19 cases and 4,187 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate drops to 81.90%. And DCGI approves emergency use of anti-COVID-19 therapeutic application of 2DG developed by Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.